Cheltenham, also known as Cheltenham Spa, is a large spa town and borough in Gloucestershire, England, located on the edge of the Cotswolds. It is the home of the flagship race of British steeplechase horse racing, the Gold Cup, the main event of the Cheltenham Festival held every March. The town hosts several festivals of culture often featuring nationally and internationally famous contributors and attendees, including Greenbelt, Cheltenham Literature Festival, Cheltenham Jazz Festival, Cheltenham Science Festival, Cheltenham Music Festival and Cheltenham Food and Drink Festival. History. This place takes its name from the small river Chelt, which rises nearby at Dowdswell and runs through the town on its way to the Severn. The town was the meeting place for the court of the Hundred of Cheltenham at the time of the Domesday Book. The town was awarded a market charter in 1226. Though little remains of its pre-spa history, Cheltenham has been a health and holiday spa town resort since the discovery of mineral springs there in 1716. The visit of George III with the Queen and royal princesses in 1788 set a stamp of fashion on the spa. The spa waters continue to be taken recreationally at Piteville Pump Room, built for this purpose and completed in 1830. It is a centerpiece of Piteville, a planned extension of Cheltenham to the north, undertaken by Joseph Pitt, who laid the first stone May 4, 1825. Cheltenham's success as a spa town is reflected in the railway station, which is still called Cheltenham Spa, and spa facilities in other towns that were inspired by or named after it. Horse racing began in Cheltenham in 1815, and became a major national attraction after the establishment of the festival in 1902. Whilst the volume of tourists visiting the spa has declined, the racecourse attracts tens of thousands of visitors to each day of the festival each year, with such large numbers of visitors having a significant impact on the town. On April 1, 1974, under the Local Government Act 1972, the borough of Cheltenham was merged with Charlton Kings Urban District to form the non-metropolitan district of Cheltenham. 4 parishes Swindon Village, Uphatherley, Leckhampton and Prestbury were added to the borough of Cheltenham from the borough of Tewkesbury in 1991. The first British jet aircraft prototype, the Gloster E-28/39, was manufactured in Cheltenham. Manufacturing started in Hucklecote near Gloucester, but was later moved to Regent Motors in Cheltenham High Street, considered a location safer from bombing. Government. Cheltenham is split into 20 wards, with a total of 40 councillors elected to serve on the borough council. Since 2002 elections have been held every 2 years with half of the councillors elected at each election. Following the last election in 2012 there were 25 Liberal Democrat members, 11 Conservatives, and 4 representing the People Against Bureaucracy group. The Donut, the head office of the British Government Communications Headquarters is located in Cheltenham. Geography. Cheltenham is on the edge of the Cotswolds in the southwest region of England. The small river Chelt flows under and through the town and is subject to regular floods. Areas of Cheltenham. The districts of Cheltenham include Arle, Benhall, Charlton Kings, Cleeve Mount, Fairview, Fiddler's Green, Hester's Way, Lansdowne Leckhampton, Linworth, Montpellier, Oakley, Piteville, Prestbury, The Reddings, Rowanfield, St Mark's, St Paul's, St Peter's, Springbank, Springfields, Swindon Village, Tivoli, Uphatherley, Waddon and Wymansbrook. Lansdowne Crescent. Lansdowne Crescent is a Regency period terrace, designed by John Buonarroti Papworth for R.W.C. Girard and constructed in the 1830s. The terrace is convex, and opposite the northeastern part stands Lansdowne Court, an Italianate villa possibly designed by Papworth but more probably by the Girards and built about 1830. Charlton Park. Charlton Park is a former 72-acre historic park with Mansion House, about a mile southeast of the town centre. From 1935 the parkland gradually became a private residential area, the main housing development taking place between 1976 and 1983. The original Mansion House dated from the 13th century. Alterations throughout the centuries transformed it from a medieval, timber-framed hall house into an 18th-century brick-faced mansion in the classical style. In the 1780s the estate was earmarked for deer and had magnificent Dutch-style water gardens. After 1935 the old house became part of Charlton Park Convent, and since 1987 has been part of St Edward's School. Climate. As with the rest of the British Isles, Cheltenham experiences a maritime climate with cool summers and mild winters. The town held the British maximum temperature record from 1990 to 2003. Euro temperatures reached 37.1 degrees Celsius. The absolute minimum is a 20.1 degrees Celsius, set during December 1981. During a typical year, 128.6 days will report at least 1 mm of precipitation, and some 44.6 nights will record an air frost. Economy. Cheltenham has light industry, including food processing, aerospace, electronics and tourism businesses. The government's electronic surveillance operation Government Communications Headquarters, renowned for its donut-shaped building, is in Cheltenham. Vertex Data Science, GE Aviation, Chelsea Building Society, Ensley Insurance, Arkant, Nelson Thorns, UCAS, Kohler Myra, Zurich Financial Services and Spirax Sarco Engineering all have sites in and around Cheltenham. Kraft Foods UK headquarters was in the St George's House in Cheltenham, but closed in 2011 following Kraft's purchase of Cadbury's. Cheltenham is a regional shopping centre, home to department stores, the oldest being Cavendish House, from 1823, and centres including the Regent Arcade and the Beechwood Shopping Centre. It is well known locally for its nightlife, with a wide range of pubs, wine bars, clubs and restaurants. It has a Michelin 2-star restaurant, Le Champignon Sauvage. In 2006, a house valuation website rated Cheltenham the most desirable property location in Britain. In 2014, the Daily Telegraph newspaper named Cheltenham as the best place in the United Kingdom to raise a family. Employment and salary. The unemployment rate in Cheltenham was 2.7% in 2010 compared to the UK national unemployment level of 7.9%. The average GVA per head in Cheltenham was £21,947.27 in 2011 compared to the national average of £26,200. In 2012, The Guardian found that, at the end of 2011, 41 multi-millionaires lived in Cheltenham, which was the fourth highest rate in the UK of multi-millionaires per 100,000 people at 35.44. Culture. Architecture. The town is famous for its Regency architecture and is said to be the most complete Regency town in England. Many of the buildings are listed, including the Cheltenham Synagogue, judged by Nicolaus Pevsner to be one of the architecturally best non-Anglican ecclesiastical buildings in Britain. History. The Cheltenham Art Gallery and Museum has a notable collection of decorative arts from the era of the arts and crafts movement. The Holst Birthplace Museum contains personal belongings of the composer of the planets, including his piano. It also includes a working Victorian kitchen and laundry, Regency drawing room and an Edwardian nursery. The Cheltenham Civic Society has been responsible for erecting commemorative plaques in the town since 1982, blue plaques to celebrate well-known people and green plaques to celebrate significant places and events. Festivals. Every year, Cheltenham Festivals organises music, jazz, literature and science festivals in the town, attracting names with national and international reputations in each field. Events take place at venues including the Town Hall, the Everyman Theatre, the Playhouse Theatre and the Pikeville Pump Room. Several other cultural festivals, including the Cheltenham Design Festival, Cheltenham Folk Festival, Cheltenham Poetry Festival and Cheltenham Comedy Festival are separately organised but also attract international performers and speakers. A more local event, the Cheltenham Festival of the Performing Arts is a collection of more than 300 performance competitions that is the oldest of Cheltenham's arts festivals, having been started in 1926. Greenbelt, a Christian arts and music festival, and Whitewood Festival, a family-friendly folk and world music festival, are held at Cheltenham Racecourse. The town also hosts the multi-venue Walk the Line Festival. Two sporting events are also routinely described as the Cheltenham Festival, or the festival. The Cheltenham Cricket Festival, which features Gloucestershire County Cricket Club, and National Hunt Racing's Cheltenham Festival. In 2010, Cheltenham was named the UK's fifth most musical city by PRS for music. Film and television. Cheltenham has played host to and featured in a number of film and TV series. Butterflies was predominantly filmed in Cheltenham. If was filmed in Cheltenham. The Whistleblower, a spy thriller, was largely filmed in Cheltenham, as GCHQ is central to the plot. The Full Monteverdi, a 2007 British film written and directed by John Larbau Chardiri, was partly filmed in Cheltenham. The House of Eliot, a British television series produced and broadcast by the BBC between 1991 and 1994, was partly filmed in Cheltenham. Vanity Fair, a BBC serialised adaptation of William Makepeace Thackeray's novel of the same name, was partly filmed in Cheltenham. The Thistle Golden Valley Hotel was used by the ITV soap opera Crossroads for outdoor location filming from 1982 to 1985. Theatre. Cheltenham has 4 theatres, the Everyman, the Playhouse, the Bacon and the Parabola Arts Centre. Demographics. Population. According to 2010 estimates from the Office for National Statistics, Cheltenham's population is 115,300, ranked 186th out of 326 English districts based on population, with a population density of 6,410 people per square mile, placing it 72 out of 326 English districts based on population density. Inhabitants of Cheltenham are known as Cheltonians. Ethnicity. According to 2011 estimates, the ethnic breakdown of the population of Cheltenham is as follows: white, British, 87.533%, white Irish, 0.966%, white, other, 3.775%, mixed, 1.493%, Asian or Asian British, 3.161%, black or black British, 1.054%, Chinese, 1.054%, other, 0.966%, crime. In 2013, Cheltenham was named one of the safest towns for university students to live in the UK by the Complete University Guide. Education. The oldest school in Cheltenham is Pates Grammar School. Cheltenham College was the first of the public schools of the Victorian period. The school was the setting in 1968 for the classic Lindsay Anderson film If. It also hosts the annual Cheltenham Cricket Festival, first staged in 1872, and the oldest cricket festival in the world. The most famous school in the town, according to the Good Schools Guide, is Cheltenham Ladies' College. Dean Close School was founded in 1886 in memory of the Reverend Francis Close, a former rector of Cheltenham. The town also includes several campuses of the University of Gloucestershire, 2 other public and 6 other state secondary schools, plus institutions of further education. Sport and leisure. Cheltenham Racecourse, in the nearby village of Prestbury, is the home of National Hunt, or Jumps, racing in the UK. Meetings are hosted from October to April. The highlight of the season is the Cheltenham Gold Cup, which is normally held in the middle of March, during the Cheltenham Festival. The local football teams are Cheltenham Town FC, who play in League Two, Bishop's Cleeve who play in the Southern League South and West Division, Cheltenham Saracens FC in the Hellenic League Premier and Cheltenham Civil Service FC, who play in the local Gloucester Northern Senior League, and Falcons AFC who play in the Cheltenham First and Third Division. Amateur rugby union clubs include Cheltenham RFC, Cheltenham Saracens RFC, Cheltenham North RFC, Old Potassians RFC and Cheltenham Civil Service RFC. In Rugby League University side Gloucestershire all Golds were admitted into the semi-professional Championship 1. The Cheltenham Rugby Festival is a Rugby League Nines event held in May. The town has one golf course, Lily Brook, in Charlton Kings. Cheltenham has one of the largest croquet clubs in the country, and is home to the headquarters of the national body of the sport, the Croquet Association. The East Glows Tennis, Squash and Women's Hockey Club, which was founded in 1885, is also located in the town. Sunchwood Park's Lido is one of the largest outdoor pools in England. There is a 50 main pool, a children's pool and paddling pool, set in landscaped gardens. Cheltenham Festival. Cheltenham Festival is a significant national hunt racing meeting, and is race prize money second only to the Grand National. It is an event where many of the best British and Irish trained horses race against each other, the extent of which is relatively rare during the rest of the season. The festival takes place annually in March at Cheltenham Racecourse. The meeting is often very popular with Irish visitors, mostly because of that nation's affinity with horse racing, but also because it usually coincides with St. Patrick's Day, a national holiday in celebration of the patron saint of Ireland. Large amounts of money are bet during festival week, with hundreds of millions of pounds being gambled over the 4 days. Cheltenham is often noted for its atmosphere, most notably the Cheltenham Roar, which refers to the enormous amount of noise that the crowd generates as the starter raises the tape for the first race of the festival. Transport, railway. Cheltenham Spa railway station is located on the Bristol-Birmingham main line, with services to Gloucester, Bristol, Swindon, London Paddington, Cardiff Central, Bridgend, Morasteg, Plymouth and the southwest, Birmingham, Derby, the northwest, the northeast, and Scotland. The Cheltenham Spa Express, once known as the Cheltenham Flyer, is a named passenger train connecting Cheltenham with London. The restored station at Cheltenham Racecourse is the southern terminus of the Gloucestershire-Warwickshire Railway Heritage Railway. The Honeyburn line is being extended to Broadway Road. Cheltenham is adjacent to the M5 motorway and its junction with the A417 to Swindon, and the A40 runs from across the M5 through the town towards Oxford and London. National Express operate a number of coach services from Cheltenham including the 444 to London and the 222 to Heathrow and Gatwick airports. Tramroad, Cheltenham was a terminus of the Gloucester and Cheltenham Tramroad. Churches. The first parish church is Cheltenham Minster, St Mary's, which is the only surviving medieval building in the town. As a result of expansion of the population, absorption of surrounding villages, and the efforts of both evangelical and Anglo-Catholic missions, the town has a large number of other parish churches, including Trinity Church and All Saints, Piteville, where the composer Gustav Holst's father was the organist. St. Gregory's Roman Catholic Church is an example of the work of the architect Charles Handsome. The Gothic Revival building was built 1854-57, the porch was added in 1859, the tower and spire were completed in 1861 and the nave was extended to join the tower in 1877. The church is stained glass is by Hardman and Company. Bell ringing, the town has 2 notable rings of bells hung for change ringing. One is at St. Christopher's, the lightest ring of church bells in the world. The bells of St. Mark's are the product of John Taylor's Bell Foundry. They were cast in 1885 and 2007 and have undergone a major refurbishment. The other is a ring of 12 bells dating mainly from the 19th century hung in St. Mary's Church. These were the venue in 2008 for the eliminators of the National 12 Bell Striking Contest, in which teams of campanologists from around the world compete to win the Taylor Trophy. The towers in the locality of Cheltenham belong to the Cheltenham branch of the Gloucester and Bristol Diocesan Association of Church Bell Ringers. Twin towns, Cheltenham is twinned with Annecy, France. Cheltenham, Pennsylvania, USA. Gar-Paragraph-Tingen, Germany. Sochi, Russia. And Weihai, China. Notable people. See also: HMS Cheltenham, a racecourse class minesweeper of 1916, Acclaim Cheltenham, a game studio that made Extreme G3 and XGRA, Extreme G Racing Association, List of spa towns in the United Kingdom, Cheltenham, references. Bibliography, David Verrey, Gloucestershire, The Vale and the Forest of Dean, The Buildings of England edited by Nikolaus Pevsner, 2nd ed. ISBN 0-14-071041-8, Commemorative Plaques of Cheltenham by Peter Smith and Sue Robotham ISBN 1-873877-93-5. External links, Cheltenham Borough Council, genealogical website including many relevant references on Cheltenham, Cheltenham at DMOZ, BBC archive film of Cheltenham from 1985.